Hey guys, this is Sharad with REsimpli. It's the first time we're doing this, so I am hoping that everything goes well. But yeah, if you guys have any questions as I'm sharing an update, please feel free to put it on, whether you're watching it on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're watching, just please feel free to put those comments in the comment section, and then I can answer those questions. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I cover some of the updates that we made recently. Let me go into, sorry, I apologize. First time we're doing this through this new channel. All right, I'm gonna go into the updates that we have recently made. I'm gonna be sharing back and forth between a couple of different accounts that I have. All right, cool. I am gonna start sharing my screen so I can go into some of the updates we've made. This window, all right. All right, so you guys can, let me log into this. Okay, cool. All right, so, all right, guys, welcome to this live stream. Hopefully everything goes okay. But yeah, I wanted to go over some of the updates we've made recently. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments in whichever, YouTube or Facebook, and then they should pop up here, and I can go through those. But the first change that we have made is in our eSign. Yeah. So in the template section, this is something a lot of you guys had requested, was for the fields to auto-populate once you send it for eSign. So what we've done is these personalized fields are the ones that will auto-populate if you have a contract that you're sending out, for the acquisition side or the disposition side. So what you can do is, all you need to do is just see, this would be your primary lead name, which would be, the main contact in the lead, their email address. Secondary lead would be, if you have husband and wife, this would be the second person that's on that contact. And the secondary lead, their email address. You can also populate offer price. You can populate property address, and then the dispo buyer name. So if you are selling this property off, if you're doing a dispo on this, then you can also have the contract autofill, the dispo name, and the dispo email. So I'm gonna just drag and drop some of these to just kind of show you quickly what that looks like. So let's say in my seller, I'm gonna put this, and I'm just gonna email address. Yeah, I'll drop it here. And for the buyer, I will, buyer, I'm gonna leave blank. And offer price, I'm gonna put this, drag and drop right here. Okay. So offer price, and then I'll just fill some of this information out. So seller, lead name, lead name will go here. And then I'm just gonna drop it into date. I'm just gonna put email, and then this would be the secondary email. And I'm gonna do property address right here. Okay. James has a question. Can you upload your contract? Yes, you can absolutely do that. To autofill, James, this is, you go into eSign template, and then you can just click on upload new document. So this is a simple document that I'd uploaded, but you can go ahead and upload any of your own contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and save this just to kind of show you what this does. So I'm going to save and close. So James, if you want to upload your own document, you click right here, add eSign, and you can upload any PDF document. It will walk you through and it'll go through the same process that I showed you. So I'm going to go into active lead. I am going to see, let's say I'm going to take this property. So I'm going to take this property. I have two sellers, Donald Duck and Daisy Duck, husband and wife. And I'm going to go into, so what you need to do is you're going to actions, click on add for eSign. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had no credit. Let me just quickly add credit. Add eSign, pay. All right, cool. I'm going to go back. That should work now. Okay, so send for eSign. All right, so I'm going to select this contract. And another thing we've done right here is you can actually autofill. So instead of typing up the seller's name, whoever you're sending the contract to, you can just do this, still primary contact information name. So it's going to pick up all the information. I don't have the email address right here for Donald Duck. So let me just quickly go back and put in the email address for him. Donald Duck at REsimpli.com. Okay. Save. All right, so if I do this, send for eSign, I'm going to select this contract, and I can just do primary contact. So it's going to auto-populate the information, so you don't have to type in, you don't have to look and see, oh, let me see what the email was. Or if you accidentally fill it, you can do secondary, it's going to pull that. Or you can do, if you have dispo buyer, in this case, I don't have any, or you can do fill my information. So if it's your account, if you're the one sending it, then it's going to just autofill your information. So let's say I'm just going to do mine right here. So when it goes here, you'll notice that all of this information is auto-populated. So it picked up the primary seller name, his email address, property address. So you could use the same field multiple times for the name, property address, or any of the fields that we had right here. You could drag and drop. So this is the purchase price. It's just pulling in all the information, but you can go ahead and put it in the dollar format. That's something we'll make an update to. So it pulls in all the in a proper dollar format, but you can do that. It's pulling in the amount. And then if you notice right here, all the name, email, the secondary name, email, all of that is filled out based on everything right here. So it'll auto-populate all of that information when you're sending it a contact. So all you need to do is click on send. Test to name. Yeah, I don't think I filled it out correctly, but yeah, you would just do that once you have that information. I think I was missing a signature field. Yeah, so yeah, once you do signature, it's one of the required fields when you're sending it out. And then this is what the pop-up would look like. You can change this right here if you want to put in. Typically what we do is we'll put in the property address, a contract for 4840 Ivy Street, and then send it out. And then once it goes out, then we can keep track of whether the contract has gone out, any questions that we have, or any questions the seller has. We can see when they opened it, all the information will be within the system. So if I do this, send, it's going to send out, and it's going to get added into my eSign section right here in a couple of minutes. And then I can manage it from right here once it gets added in my system. So once the email has gone out. So that's how you use going into the eSign. You can upload your own template right here. And once you've uploaded the template, especially for the fields that you want to be auto-populated based on the information from your lead, you can have drag and drop these fields into the purchase agreement or any other contract that you have. You can use it for any contract, and then just send it out, and it's going to auto-populate the contract and make your step much more efficient. This was one of the most requested features that we had in REsimpli. So we worked hard on making it live. So it's live now. And if you guys send like offer price, I'll talk to my developer to getting the amount in the dollar proper format. But other than that, yeah, it's working great. And then you can start. It's already live. It went live, I think, earlier this week. So that was the first change. The other thing that we have done in the home dashboard is we made all of these fields. This was done like a few days ago. Now all of this is clickable. So you can see, by default, it shows you for last 7 days. but you can go back and we added this filter this week also. So if I want to see everything that's happened in my business for this year quickly, I can see I have 37 leads come in. I went on 4 appointments, made 19 offers. So I must have, made offers without actually going on appointment, and I got 15 under contract. Again, this is a test account. So if something looks wacky, please excuse me. And then I can click right here on this, and it's going to pull up all the information, all the 37 contracts that I have. Let's say if I want to look at this one, 8312 Kennedy, I can go in, I can see this deal with Scooby-Doo. This came from direct mail probate list. It's still sitting in my no contact made. And then I can exit out of it. If I want to see the 6 appointments that I went on this year, these are the 6 appointments that I went on this year. And then these are the 19 offers that I made. And I can click on any one of these to go into that specific property. And these are the 15 properties that I've had under contract and what stage they're in right now. So this I can see still sitting in under contract. This one has already sold. This is an inventory sold. And then again, you can click on any one of these and then go in. So you can see, kind of the buyer for this is Spider-Man. And then, George Costanza was the seller on this property. So, yeah, now all of this data and also this data. So lead sources for this year is also clickable. So I can click on any one of these. I can see all the 5 leads that had come in from cold calling. It's all clickable. I can see, which stage they're sitting in right now. This one, for example, is in referred to agent. So this is something I must have referred to an agent. So I moved it to that stage. And then I can see like direct mail, 25 leads, just to kind of get a quick idea about what's going on. No contact made, offer made, just to get a good quick sense of like, have we closed on anything? This is sold. So, this kind of gives me a little bit of sense of what's going on with my business. And if you want to get a little bit more detail, you can go into the KPIs and then just go into the marketing section. And all of this data is clickable. So it's the same data. You can click right here, it shows you the same data. But if you just wanted to see for a specific campaign, like the 9 that came from probate list, you can just click on that. So it's only showing you for that specific campaign and not for any other lead sources that you have. So this breaks down more. This even gives you how much money you spent on it, how much revenue you've generated from that marketing channel. So you can keep a really good idea of kind of how much money you're spending on each marketing channel versus how much money you're making, and then your conversion KPI, and then your ROI for every single marketing channel that you have running in your business. So let me know if you guys have any questions on this. Otherwise, I'll just keep moving along to make sure like we're not keeping you guys here for very long. So this is my KPI. Another update that we actually just made today is, I'm going to go into this account, is the leaderboard. We rolled it out as a beta version because we're still kind of testing it and making sure getting your feedback and making changes. But this is kind of what it looks like. Based on, you can see how much revenue is assigned to each individual. Right now, you notice everybody has basically the same revenue except for this person. So if you have multiple, this is really, really valuable if you have multiple acquisition people on your team to see how much money each person is bringing in. But right now, if you have an admin person in your team, all the revenue gets assigned to that person. But we are working on an update that's going to come out next month, which is going to give you a lot of flexibility in how you're managing your team. But this tells you every single person, like how many deals they've done, how many contracts, how many offers they made, and how many appointments did they go on. And then each of this is clickable. So you can click right here. And it shows you that information. And it shows you, how many calls they made, how many SMS they sent out, what's the average call duration, and the total call duration that they were on the phone for. And then you can customize it. Let's say if you want to share it with your team and you don't want to display the revenue or average revenue number, you can just click hide, and then it'll only show you the information that you might want to show, for example, deals, contracts, offers, appointments, calls, and SMS. And you can also sort it based on that specific column that you have. So if I want to see based on this, like right now, it's the same number except for this person, I can click right here. It's going to sort based on that average call duration or total call duration. I can filter based on that and see who's performing the best in my business at that point. And then you can also apply a filter if you want to see, it defaults to this year, but if you want to see, for example, between, for example, just for this month, I can click right here, click apply. It's only going to show me the data from April 30th. Again, this is in beta testing, so because of the time difference, it's going back a day. But you can see like everything that's gone into my business, like who's made how many calls, how many SMS that they've sent out. So you can apply that filter. Or if you want to see, for example, for a specific role, so if you have multiple acquisition people on your team, you want to see anybody that's for a specific role, you can apply based a filter on that. And then you can also see if you're in multiple teams, then you can also apply filter based on that specific time period. And again, you can customize it, hide any columns, or show any information that you would like. So if you guys have any questions on this, let us know. Again, we just made this live today. We're going to be making some other updates to it based on the feedback and a couple of bugs that we have. But this should go, this will keep improving over time. And we also, for every single person in our team, I know a lot of other investors that are using REsimpli, they really go on this data. For example, on the KPI, that these number task view, open leads, and internal inbox should always be 0, meaning if as long as these numbers are 0, that tells you that everybody in your company is doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. And this data is going to be part of the leaderboard. So you can just quickly have a look right here. Again, this is, we notice a bug where it's not calculating all of your tasks, which is going to be fixed Monday. But you can see how many total tasks is viewed from each person, how many open leads that person has, and how many messages in their inbox that they haven't replied to. So again, this bug will be fixed, but you can get a sense of this. So this will help you with your team management, and then give you a really good idea on kind of what's going on in your business. What do you need to focus on? Who's making how many calls? What's their average call duration and total call duration? And if you wanted to see the call results of that person, you have them in the home dashboard for anybody. So if I wanted to see, for example, for this year, what my call results have been, I can see I've made 61 calls. My average call duration is 0.13 minutes, and I've connected with 8.2% of the people. And then I can hover on this, and I can see 30%, 31% of those people that I did not connect with, and I left a voicemail. And then I connected those, other disposition with that. This one not connected, moved to warm lead, not answered. So you can hover on any one of these and see the disposition results over last year, or any time filter that you want to apply. You can even do a custom time filter. If you just wanted to see, let's say you hired somebody in the middle of last month, let's say 13th of the month, and then you just want to see last 30-day period, then you can just apply for that. And it's going to filter over that specific custom time period. So you can see how many leads you had come in, how many appointments, offers, and contracts since you made some change in your business. So you can manage all of that, and it'll show you for that. And then you can also toggle between different people in your team. So I can see, how Tony Stark has been performing over the last, 30 days. Like he hasn't made any calls. His average call duration is 0, of course. So you can keep kind of track of how everybody in your team is performing. So this is also live, and we've been getting some really good feedback on this. But if you guys have any questions or thoughts on this, let us know, and we can go into more detail on this. Another update we've made is in the banking section, just to make the process really more efficient. So if, for example, I have a transaction that I need to save, what I can do now is I can go in and I can do, for example, I paid this online. This was for Home Depot appliances. Previously, what used to happen was there was just a save button. Once you would save it, it would just bring you back to that page. And if you wanted to save another transaction, you would click there and then just do the same thing. Go ahead and add that another entry. So I can do this. Let's say this was my admin fee. And I can go in and I can click on save and next. What this is going to do is it's going to save that transaction and take me to the next transaction. So it saves you a couple of clicks now, and I can just quickly move through my transactions. If I have a bunch of transactions that I need to update in the system, then I don't have to go in and update, click back and forth and go back into the main accounting section and then update the transaction and then save and exit out. So this is also live. And another thing we made live actually today is, so if you go into any vendor now, so if I want to see, for ABC marketing, I've spent $80,340 so far. So I can click right here. Now I can click on this transaction and I can actually filter through, go to the next transaction without leaving, without going back. So I can just click this, just to get a quick sense of, okay, everything that I've spent with ABC company, you know, how much money I spent right there. So it'll take me through those transactions. It'll take me through those transactions for that vendor. So this also went live today. So you can go back and forth with your transactions and kind of get a good sense of what's going on with a specific vendor. You can also do based on the property, any property that you go into. Any property that you go into, it'll do the same thing. For example, general business. I can go right here and I can click next. It'll take me to the next transaction that I have, and you can just quickly go through all the transactions for that property. And same thing on the specific account tag. So if you want to see all the money that you spent on this property, you can go in and just click through those transactions. So this also went live today. It's live in everybody's account. Another thing that I wanted to point out was we've been working really hard on making all the training videos and really adding more stuff to the knowledge base. So you can, this help.resimpli.com page is being updated on a daily basis. So if you have any questions, you know, we go in and we categorize everything based on different, you know, features that we have. So eSign is going to get all the videos that we talked about, that we went over all the new updates that we have in the system, you know, how to add a new eSign template and how to, you know, send auto populate. All of that is going to be added here. So if you have any questions, you can always go to the help.resimpli.com page and then just quickly search for leads, and it'll populate everything. It'll show you everything that we have related to leads that you can click on. And let's say if you want to see demo of Dispo in leads, so it matches that, and you can quickly play a video and go through that. If you have any questions or anything else, then you can always email us at support@resimpli.com, or you can click on live chat and then just you know, start a message, and we reply pretty quickly under 4 minutes. And that's actually been going down from 10 minutes it was last week to 4 minutes. But our average response time last week has been about 2 minutes or so. So yeah, this is something that we're adding videos every single day. Anytime we get a question, if it's something that anybody asks, we make a Loom video, send it to that person, and also upload it in our knowledge base so everybody can benefit from that. And then a couple of other last changes were, when you are making an appointment in REsimpli, what we have done is anytime you make an appointment, let me quickly do this. All right, so anytime you make an appointment in the system, the URL for that specific lead gets added to your appointment detail page. So you can quickly get access to that. If you are on the road, you can click on that lead URL and it'll bring you to this specific page. We are working on doing an integration with our app. So if you have REsimpli app downloaded on iOS or Android, and then you click on this URL, instead of opening it in the web browser, it's going to bring you into the REsimpli app. So it opens it in REsimpli app. And then if you want to make a call or send a text, you can do that from the app instead of having to do that from the browser. So that update is also coming. And one other quick update that we made was in the buyer's page. It's a quick bug fix that we did. If you are on second page and then you go into buyer detail and you go back to the buyer, previously it would bring you back to page 1, but now it keeps you in whatever page you are on. So you don't have to go back and forth. Previously, what it was doing was, if you went on this page, you looked at some buyer information, clicked on buyers, it would reset everything and bring you to page 1, but it doesn't do that anymore. And just, it can keep you on that specific page you're on. So you can, you know, filter a list and your buyers list and do a lot more things from buyers without having to go back and forth or opening it in a new tab. So those are the updates we have made in last, you know, couple of weeks or so. We have some other pretty big updates we are working on that are going to be going live over next month or so, especially related to list stacking. There's some pretty big changes we are working on. I can give you a quick glimpse of one that that should be coming out pretty soon. Is if you are, for example, we are going to be adding this option for remove duplicate mailing addresses. So for example, if you filter something out in your list, my account is going to look a little bit different. It has some other updates that we're working on right now. So for example, if I have a list of owners with 3+ properties, I can filter this. It shows me that I have 298 properties that are owned by multiple property owners. Give me 1 second. Let me just reset my page. All right, so I can quickly come here and I can go into save filter. So I want to see owners that have 3+ properties. So it shows me right here that I have 298 properties that are owned by multiple buyers, multiple owners in the system. So if I want to send them a direct mail because they own multiple properties, but I don't want to send everybody, an owner a letter 2 or 3 times, all I can do is I can click remove duplicate mailing addresses. It's only going to show me the unique owners now. So I can send mail to these 55 people now, and it's gonna these 55 people own 298 properties that I can reach out to. So this update is coming out in a couple of weeks with a couple of pretty big updates that we're working on with list stacking. So that I'm excited to share. So this should come out in this with other updates should come out towards end of May or mid-June. That's in our testing right now. Since it's a big update, so we're going back and doing a lot of QA testing on that. But yeah, this will be an update coming. Tom has a question. Hey Tom, what's up, man? So the when will you be able to chat with buyers from the app? That's going to come out Q3. The buyers module is going to be added in our app coming next quarter. We have something that we're already working on right now that's going to affect web with the user management, with their team management, and that's going to affect the app also. So we are going to be adding the buyers section within the app. So basically everything that you see in the web, you'll be able to call, text any buyer that you have from the app. You can still call and text the buyer, but you can only call and text anybody that's already associated with the lead. So for example, if I go into this lead, if I have a buyer added in this lead, so I'm going to go ahead and quickly add a buyer. Let me see if I have somebody that matches. All right, so I'm going to enter this person. So if I am in REsimpli app right now, and if I go into this lead, I can call this buyer, but I cannot call anybody that's into the buyers section right now. That update is going to be coming out in Q3. So that's what we're working on with the design and other parts related to that. So it'll come out in Q3. That's a big update, and a lot of people have been asking for that. So we have started work on it, but it's going to come out early Q3. So those are the updates that we had. Hopefully nobody had any tech issues and everything kind of streamed okay. But this is the first time we're doing a live stream, and just want to test it out and see how it goes. But if you guys have any other questions, I can hang around for another couple of minutes and answer any questions. Tom has a question. Let me come back here. Awesome, good to know. What about deals that have already closed and you are selling with the property in inventory? Yes, that's also going to be coming in Q3. So right now in the REsimpli app, the only thing that you have is the leads part of it, and so you just have the leads. But we are going to be adding the buyer section, and we are going to be adding your inventory sold rental within that, so you can manage your inventory sold, rental, and buyers all from the app. So that's part of the update that's going to come out in Q3. Thank you, Tom. Any other questions, guys, that I can answer for you guys? Yeah, and all right. Let me just make sure I covered everything, that there was nothing else that I missed. Yeah, so Leaderboard just literally went live this morning. And list stacking, I went over some of the changes that are going to be coming. And then a couple of other things we did in last. Let me see if this is. Let me look at a newer lead. Just want to, might be this one. We added a timer in these leads. Oh yeah, this one. So any lead that goes open now, you can actually see a running timer to get a sense of how long the lead has been open for. And this is only for leads that, since we made the update. So this update went live on April 28th. So any lead that goes into open stage will have this timer on the lead now. So it's going to show you real time how long the lead has been open for. So that gives you a sense of when was the last time somebody touched this lead. So it's been 9 days, 23 hours. So this is also already live. There's another question. When the inbound live answering during the mobile app or call forwarding? It will be ringing once we get, I can give you guys a quick demo on what that is going to look like. So I'm going to call. Sorry, I'm in the wrong account. All right, I'm going to make a quick call so you can see what that is going to look like. So this is going to go live next month also. So if you get a call in the system, you can see which number I'm getting called from, what's the property address, and it's also going to be fully integrated with list stacking, so you can see what list and what tags this is part of within REsimpli. So let me reject this call. Let me hang up. Yeah, so you will be able to, so it's already working in web in my test account. We're doing some testing. And when we go live with this next month, the app will also ring. So if you get a call, if somebody calls on your REsimpli number, instead of having it be forwarded to a cell phone, you can have the call be answered within REsimpli. And you can have it forwarded to your REsimpli iOS or Android app. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. So I go into manage numbers, call flow, and you'll see this additional option of REsimpli in-app answering. And then if you can have it forward to a phone number, or you can enable this and you can choose which role the call should be forwarded to. And then depending on which number gets the call will automatically be forwarded to that specific number. So that's going to go live next month also. And James has a question. When is the dialer coming? James, the dialer is going to come out I want to say end of June, but it's probably going to get pushed to July. It's going to be very simple dialer when we go live with it. Essentially, it will be, think of it as a very basic single line dialer. So this entire, once the updates that we're working on with list stacking, it's going to really help you with pulling a very, very specific targeted list, and it's going to be fully integrated with our CRM part of REsimpli. So you're going to get some really good information, very targeted list. So when we go live with that, all of these phone numbers that you have, if you have a phone number, it's going to become clickable. So you'll be able to click and call from within the system. And then this entire design is also going to be updated. You will also be able to add tasks within list stacking, also keep notes within list stacking also. So they'll all be part of the update. I want to say June end, but that'll be a little bit aggressive, but mid-July it should come out. We do have our team working on it, but end of June or early July will be the timeline for it going live with that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. We're using a dialer right now, so I cannot wait for that to have my team switch over and just start dialing prospecting from within REsimpli. So cool. Any other questions you guys have? Anything else that I did not cover? Let me just quickly go down again to this. Call logs, we had made an update a while ago. I just wanted to make sure I addressed it. Is you can now filter based on a specific user and also based on a specific campaign. So if you have, if you're getting a bunch of calls on your buyer's number, so you can quickly click the buyer section right here, and it'll show you all the leads that you have gotten, all the people that have called on your buyer number, and then you can just hover and see what message you're getting. And also in every single, in the call logs, we added these two columns also, property address and owner, owner name, and property status. You can quickly see you got a missed call from somebody that's in new inventory, and then you got a missed call from, you got an incoming SMS from somebody that's in contact made, and when you hover on it, it's going to automatically pop up the text message that you got from that person. So scheduled SMS, and then buyers, and then drip campaigns, webcom, eSign general files, and then banking. Yep. So we have some, again, next month is a pretty big update that's going to be coming out with the user management side of it, and also on the dialer, and then some other, and a pretty big update with our list stacking. and some minor updates. So I cannot wait for that. But yeah, guys, that's all I have. If you have any other questions, you can reach us through either live chat on REsimpli.com or from your account within REsimpli right here. So you can click right here and reach us. And then as we have other updates, we're always updating it on the help desk right here in the help center. So this is getting updated on a daily basis. But thank you so much, guys, for joining this and for all the questions. They should already be live on Facebook, YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the comments also, or you can also send us an email at support@REsimpli. So thank you so much, Guy. I appreciate it, and have a great weekend.